Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read for Saturday the 2nd of February. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Now I'll just let you know I'm very hay fevery this morning and I have been doing some rather loud sneezes. But if I get halfway through your reading and sneeze, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to frighten the living daylights out of you, but I can't stop the reading to sneeze. I just have hay fever all the time. It just never goes anywhere. So I am using the Thelema Tarot. If you are interested in readings with me, I don't put them onto the daily reads. They're always listed for you under the weekly ones, so you can find my details under those. Some of you getting a message from a very passionate person, and it could be a Pisces, because he just jumped out of the deck as the King of Wands. Okay, lovely. Thelema Tarot was what I was trying to say. Oh, very nice. I love it. This is my start to the day. The Wheel of Fortune followed by the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So some of you here have a new start. The universe is divinely guiding a new start with a water sign here. But very nice. So brand new things coming in for some of you. Wheel of Fortune is an absolutely stunning card. This is about the universe finally turning things in your favour. So if you've been waiting for things to get moving, if things have been very stagnant for you, very slow, very stuck. I remember somebody saying to me years ago, like it's like you're treading in a muddy quagmire, you know, when you're trying to get forward and, you know, the mud sucks on your boots and you end up losing your gum boots because it's so muddy. That's the sort of feeling I think a lot of you have been going through. And it's all about to change because the universe is really going to turn things up for you now. Oh, so very lovely. So first off, we have here the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles talks of abundance, windfalls, you know, money being available to you, not just money, but things being available to you that haven't possibly been for a while. So there's a turn in fortune, that's what they're saying. So it could have been after a period where there was some sort of sadness, some sort of worry, regret. You could have been waiting to get a job. You could have been wondering what was going to happen here, but now something's about to change for you. Okay, we do have the Magician, beautiful, because this is about being able to manifest things now. So the Wheel of Fortune's doing something so that you can manifest, and it's something to do with, for some of you, about a water sign, because he did jump out at me at the beginning. So something being turned in your favour and putting you on some sort of path now where you're able to manifest for yourself. Five of Wands here. So the Five of Wands talks of conflict. Sometimes it's, you know, conflict with other people. Could be you've left a job because you had conflict with others and now you're being offered a brand new start. This can be about conflict in your own head about what way to move forward, how to approach this, how to manifest. Oh, but look at you go. Here's the Nine of Pentacles here. So maybe you turned down the offer with someone and you've decided to go it alone because now you have this Nine of Pentacles here. Seven of Swords. Okay, so you could have been dealing with someone that you didn't trust, someone that you've seen the, you know, other side of. Someone might be not telling you the truth. Someone might be telling you the truth. Because this is about not revealing things. We do have the Nine of Wands here. Now, I always talk about putting the boundaries in with this guy, because that's what that's all about. Not having strong boundaries, not having a good sense of self or a healthy sense of self. Hierophant coming in here. So some stability being brought in by this whole process, which is really interesting. Look at this, stability. Four of Wands coming in here. And at the very end here, we have the Page of Wands. I'll put another card on that in a moment because there's something that wants to say to me. Okay, so we have this Wheel of Fortune. Now, for some of you, this is coming out of a period of time where you've been really struggling. There is a caution here, though, not to look back at that. You need to let it go now because the Magician wants to lead you into the future here. Now, there's some conflict with this, and I would say some of you are going backwards and forwards on that because you're not really understanding now with this change or this sadness that you've been through, which direction you want to go in. And there's some feeling around this that, you know, you know, do you take one way, do you take the other way? So you're very sort of tossing up here, Two of Pentacles feeling here. You know, which way should I go? What should I do? That sort of feeling. So what I want to say to you is, for some of you in this situation, you may now be single, or you may not be choosing to be single, but even if you're partnered, this is about you now feeling very, very comfortable in your own skin and really wanting to move forward on something. So you're feeling very fulfilled, very happy. It looks to me like something happened in the past. Someone's either held something back from you and not told you the truth, which it's not always a bad thing, but now you've been able to find out what that truth is. But this has something to do with boundaries, because it's affecting your stability here. So it's possible that you could have run into trouble with someone because you didn't set your boundaries up here, and someone's taken advantage of you, for sure. But now, because you've discovered this, you've been able to sort of bring some stability back into your life. So this is like learning here. It's like you've had this lesson around being direct with people, being straightforward, not holding back. This is you with this Seven of Swords energy. This is about you being able to stand up for yourself here and tell people what you want. This is very similar to the reading we had yesterday, I think, or the day before, where it's sort of like understanding that in relationships, not just romantic relationships, your family, everyone around you, how important it is to tell people, you know, what you want from them, or what you expect is what they're saying. It's what you expect from people. So when we're talking boundaries, it's being able to say, that's not the right way to treat me. I would expect, if you want to have a relationship with me, you respect me in this way, or you do things this way, because if you do them that way, then they hurt me and I'm not happy with that. It's about being sort of assertive here. And I feel like with this Seven of Swords energy, it's like you've been very reluctant to do that. To say to people, I don't want to do it this way, I'd like to do it this way. And like, it doesn't have to be about your way, but you give the other person the opportunity to come back and say, well, that doesn't suit me, I want to do them this way. And it might not suit you. You might say, well, okay, then I can't do them the way you want me to, so therefore you go on your way. I'm trying to think of an example for you. So say somebody comes in and they say, oh, I really want to be with you, let's date, let's have a good old time. And you say, that's fantastic, but you know what, I don't like casual, I'd really like to have a relationship. And they say, well, I don't want a relationship, I only want casual. It's at that point you decide whether you want to or not. So either you put your boundaries in place and go, no, well, then it doesn't suit me. You go off and have your casual life. I want to stay here until someone wants to have a permanent thing with me, or a relationship with me. It could be with family, where family are calling you all the time and saying to you, do this, do this, do this, do this, and your stuff gets put on the back burner and you don't get to do things. So what you do is you say to your family, your friend, whoever it happens to be, I'm not happy that you call me all the time and ask me to do things and I don't get things done in my own life. I'm going to say no to you this time, because actually I need time to do the things I need to do. And if they buck and they say, well, that's not fair, you know, I need this, I need that, well, you know, at the end of the day, are they more important than you? That's what you need to ask yourself. Are they more important than me? Is it that my life is here to serve others fully and not take into consideration my needs? Or am I here because I'm given the opportunity to have a life? So what happens is narcissistic people, people who are very selfish, very self-centered, tell you that you're being selfish, because that makes the guilt go to you then. They don't have to deal with it. So if they make you feel guilty, well, that's great. I don't feel guilty about it. You feel terrible because you're not doing it. So what happens? You belly up and you go, oh yeah, all right, then I'll do that. Not what you really want, but they've won. Okay, so another big lesson in this reading this morning. Similar thing about being honest. Being honest, speaking up, telling people what you want. Nothing wrong with that. There is nothing selfish about looking after yourself. Nothing selfish whatsoever. If you've been told in the past that you were being selfish, it would have been by someone who had something to gain by saying that. If people don't respect your boundaries, they weren't worth having round. Sorry, all out there. So if you've got someone who's trampling all over you and you have finally had the nerve to move things in the other direction and say goodbye to this person and choose yourself, then maybe you won't look back later. Maybe you won't be regretful about your life as you are in this card. Oh, very nice. Isn't that a pretty picture? I don't think I've even seen this card. It's number 30. Look how it looks like. Does it look like Narcissus? Look, looking in the water. There's a moon there. So card of 30. Very interesting that that card's come out. The pool of moonlight. This is not the time for action, but rather for contemplation. Stop and think things through. Solitude is important now, tuning out the influences of others so you can search your own soul. Well, how beautiful is that? So this is about looking after you, looking deep inside yourself, wondering what you need here. And you're doing this back here. Now, what I wanted to do, which I didn't do, was I wanted to put a card on this Wands card at the end because there's something here, Justice and King of Cups. Okay, very interesting, because remember at the beginning I said I had you knocking a King of Cups back? This person might be coming back to tell you, okay, we'll do things your way. I've listened to you. I'm prepared to come to the party here. Tell me what you want. And that's exactly what you want. Have a fantastic day.